All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the AJAXCAST. I don't know about you guys, but we have been super thrilled with the past two episodes of House of the Dragon, and all I can say is dragon on dragon on dragon. I mean, we've really only seen two dragons so far, but the little face-off we had was fucking insane. So I'm just curious what you guys think. I think that was the big highlight of the episode, like Rhaenyra flying in to go get her brother's egg that belonged to him, even though he's dead as hell.
The heir for the day.
Yeah, the heir for a day. But yeah, like there was a few things that stood out to me in that scene. One, the roar Daemon's dragon had, where it sounded like almost like an old car starting up, but it was so sick. It seemed like it was like, you know, kind of like a misfit type dragon is kind of what I got from it. Because it looks different, it sounds different, probably acts different, it's probably fucking insane. And then also her coming through the clouds. You see the clouds like separating, then she woof, fucking flies up and over them. So badass. Like, she's established herself as a badass. So, was there anything mainly from that scene that you guys really took in other than that? Other than the dominance she showed towards Daemon?
I'm just ready to see her dragon grow up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what that dragon egg turns into, too. But, I mean, I think, speaking on your point earlier about Daemon's dragon, I wonder if in the show they're going to make the dragon's personalities kind of like representations of their riders, in a sense.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm
Daemon's
thinking.
dragon may be a bit more brash, whereas, I mean, we don't really know a ton about the characters too well yet, but, you know, I'll be interested to see where they go with the dragon's personalities and the riders and their relationship.
So, we've already established one thing about Daemon. Do you think it's going to be the same thing for his dragon? That his dragon's going to go for them toes, boy!
Hell yeah, bro. Who doesn't want them toes?
Oh, man. But yeah.
He's going to get the crab man's toes.
Yeah, crab man. I'll pull him up right here. He looks like he's going to be pretty sick. Like, at the start of the episode when, like, the crabs are just eating those people and it's all these fucking dead people or half dead people on the ground. And then... Oh, I'm super excited about that. I think Daemon's just gonna pull up and just fucking obliterate everybody there. So I'm real interested to see what happens in this third episode.
Yeah, I mean, there hasn't been a ton of combat yet. Obviously, there was a tourney in episode 1, but I think episode 3 is definitely going to focus more on combat. That's going to be our first taste of actual, like, well, the closest thing to a war we've had so far, because it's going to be, yeah, you know, Daemon going in there, plus with his dragon.
Yep.
So it'll be fun to see. I think this will be a good way to show how strong and good of a fighter Daemon actually is in battle.
Daemon and the Targaryens in general, to why there hasn't really been much of an uprising.
Well, plus they have dragons.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm ready to see the dragons in action, man.
And they keep talking about the one dragon that's like gone off. What is it, Aegon or Aegor?
Oh yeah,
big ass dragon.
I think it started with. I thought it started with like a V.
Yeah, if you can pull it up, but that one dragon's been missing, and they just keep eluding. Where's da-da-da? Where's da-da-da? So when that dude, or it's a female dragon, but when she makes her return, it's gonna be huge. Like, I don't know if they're building it up for the end of the season, or middle of the season, or even for the next season, since it did get renewed. But it's, to me, it's pretty exciting just to see all this kind of unveiling as we're watching. Obviously, the other big point that happened within episode 2 was the whole marriage announcement. I think they pretty much pointed out, like, from the start of last episode to when the queen died, that the king was fancying Alicent Hightower. And I'm kind of glad he went that route. Like, you know, like, I get the uniting the two families and making it the most powerful family in Westeros, but the chick was 12. The Valyrian daughter, she was 12.
I don't know if I feel comfortable calling her a chick.
Yeah, but he was not about that either, bro.
Kid.
He didn't like that.
Yeah, he was like you could tell he was uncomfortable in the garden scene, and I was uncomfortable in the garden scene watching it.
I think everyone was uncomfortable watching
everyone's like,
He's like, don't worry, you can't have sex with me till I'm 14.
14.
That's gonna make it much better.
And I was like, that does not make me feel any better. Yeah.
But yeah, by the way, the dragon's name was Vhagar.
Vhagar.
A-G-R. G-A-R. apparently it was written by Queen Vicinia during Aegon's conquest. So this is like an old dragon, like over like a century, some odd old.
Do you think that's the dragon that we talked about in our last Ajax cast, the one I call motherfucking Yout?
No, I think you were talking about Valyrian.
Yeah.
The Black Dread, and he was Aegon's dragon.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He's
this
Yout,
one's
dude.
like number 2 to that.
He's Yout. So I just think every episode, because like, I mean, it's been 2 episodes. We've seen 2 dragons. Third episode, maybe third dragon, and then they add on more and more and more each episode. You know, maybe something like that.
Yeah, I wonder if when we're gonna start seeing the time skips too.
Yeah.
Like we know it's coming. I just don't know when it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We didn't see it this episode though.
Yeah, still have not really seen anything. Like it's been like it was like a 6-month jump. But I mean that's not really the time skip we were kind of envisioning or what we've seen so far. But another thing I wanted to jump back to is we were kind of talking about this earlier is Otto Hightower. I guess I mean you guys said it. He's kind of alluding to like Littlefinger in the original
Very
Game of
similar
Thrones.
to Littlefinger.
Yeah, like I can't really figure him out. I thought I was starting to figure him out a little bit. Like, yeah, I knew he wanted his daughter to marry Viserys, but I'm still trying to figure out like his whole game. You know, like how his mind works, how he's trying to, I don't know, go about within the show.
Well, I would argue too that he could be even more dangerous because Littlefinger doesn't come from a very powerful house.
Yeah.
Otto comes from the High Towers, and the High Towers are very influential in the Reach. In fact, who are the paramount lords in the Reach? Like, who rules that right now? As I know it's not the Tyrells, because I think they're relatively new. Is it the High Towers, or at least I imagine they have some sizable influence there? Do y'all know?
I'm looking.
But anyway, either way, though, he is a more powerful lord than Peter Baelish ever was. So he, I think, could be a bit more dangerous. We just don't really know his motivations yet, because I don't really think he wants to be king. I think he's just trying to position himself for to be the most powerful hand he can be. You know, maybe more like a Lord Protector, a la Oliver Cromwell in the British Empire.
Yeah, is it? So, I'm not sure if it is the Tyrells. It talks about House Gardner ruling the Reach since the Dawn Age.
Maybe. Yeah, I know it's not the Tyrells because they were relatively newcomers.
Yeah.
I think after this, although I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're new. Yeah. I mean, even the High Towers don't rule the Reach. They still have quite a bit of influence. Because they rule Old Town, I believe.
But
where all maesters come from.
Another thing I wanted to talk about with episode 2, I think each episode they're trying to make Rhaenyra like this super likable character more and more each time. Like I'm super excited to see where the show goes from here. But one thing that I had pasted down here is how hard they tried to make her look like Daenerys. And there's that one where they're both wearing very similar outfits and they look almost identical. It's kind of crazy to see the comparison. But I just like seeing all the emotions she portrays as an actor.
There's definitely a lot of parallels there.
Oh yeah. Like the whole thing when they announced that Alicent was to be the bride. And then her face, dude, was just, oh my gosh, it had 1,000 words written on it. It was so cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, how would you even respond, though, knowing that your dad is going to be marrying, like, your best friend, and you're, like, what, 16?
Yeah, exactly. I know. I was like, oh, it's not as bad, you know? She's not 12.
Like, just imagine that happening to you right now, and then add on top of that the fact that she was the heir, and she just basically had her queenship stolen from her by her best friend. So there's even another layer on top of that. I mean, I can't really blame her for reacting the way she did.
Yeah. So do you think this is gonna kind of spark / rekindle a relationship with her and Daemon?
I mean, it could. I don't know though. Like, she's definitely gonna hate her best friend. I think it's gonna lead to a bit of a rift.
She's not real happy with her dad either.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be happy with her dad.
Well, she hasn't been happy with her dad. Like, it seems like her entire life.
True. Well, at least not since her mother died, I've noticed. But like, I don't know. I feel like because Daemon also has a claim to the throne, that her and Daemon may not completely get along. But I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Get married.
Yeah, unless they get married and they rule together, which would be. Ooh.
Yeah, how is that going to work though? There's always going to be one person who has a little bit more power than the other,
Yeah,
and they
like,
both know that.
I mean, but Rhaenyra definitely gives off that she's an alpha, and Daemon is an alpha as well. And two alphas together doesn't typically work the best.
Yeah, it's I think they're gonna have a bit of a feud too for a little bit, but I don't know. I could definitely see them rekindling a relationship faster than I can see her and her best friend and dad getting back
Yeah,
together and
I
hanging
think
out.
yeah. Basically her and Alicent are done, and like from trailers we've seen, it's shown like a time skip, and it shows like her telling Alicent, "Now they see you for what you really are." And all this kind of stuff, and it's gonna be bad. Like, because I think right now Alicent is relatively innocent. I think what's going on right now has been forced by her dad, and then picked up by King Viserys. And
Yeah,
she's been kind of just like doing whatever her father says, because that's what she's like been known to do forever, you know. And it's just getting worse and worse, and I think it's gonna end up corrupting her, and she's gonna end up being just like her father, kind of like power hungry. You know, I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's more power that he craves or if he wants his family to be on top of the Iron Throne or what it is exactly. I don't think it's the best minded, and I think he's gonna continue to use his daughter to get exactly what he wants, which we'll probably figure out what that is in the next few episodes.
I mean, it'll be interesting. Like, I feel like she's gonna be kind of an unwilling participant to the political power struggle.
Yeah, and then I think
And
she's gonna
growing
completely
up,
buy in to it.
that's the problem though. Like growing up though, she's going to have to be a player whether she likes it or not, just for her own survival.
Mm-hmm.
And so this may become basically the only thing she knows. And so even as an adult, like she's gonna do whatever she can to survive. So I can't really blame her for taking part in all these politics 'cause she didn't really have much of a choice.
Exactly. Exactly. Hang on, I'm trying to find this one picture as we move forward to this next part. I'll have to go and find it later, but in the scene where the dragons like had the face off, and we see our boy Kriston Cole, who I think they're gonna try to make like the Jon Snow, the good guy, the everyone loves him. When he had his new helmet on, since he's a part of the King's Guard or whatever, he looked goofy as fuck. Like those helmets are so fucking goofy. You know which ones I'm talking about?
Honestly, I didn't really focus on the helmets. So I'll have to pull up a pic.
Why were you too distracted by the dragons or something?
Surprisingly, yeah.
Dude, I also like how Damon just like yeeted the to Rhaenyra and
Oh
said,
man, dude,
"Fuck it,
what would
just throw it."
happen if she didn't have good hands? What if she dropped it and that was just like it went splatter on the
Well,
ground?
Damon may have thought that her hands were okay, but he knew that she had some good toes because he wants those toes, so she would have caught it with her toes. Oh man, yeah,
I
but
wonder what happens if a dragon egg falls on the ground. Does it actually like break, or are they like more rigid and tough than like regular eggs?
yeah, more like an ostrich egg where the shell's really thick.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. Let's test it, Tyler. Go find me a dragon egg and we can try
Yeah. Let me just
cracking it
go
open.
slay the end dragon real quick.
Yeah. Take it to the end.
Send her a torch first.
Yeah. Torch it up.
But I also like too that they're really exploring like Targaryen family traditions in the show.
Yep.
Because they mentioned that every newborn or whatever has to sleep with a dragon egg that I
Yeah,
assume
that's cool.
eventually becomes the dragon they ride.
Yeah, that's what my parents did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's your dragon name?
Dude fire.
Oh man. Damn.
So if you go to that picture that I had of Damon where he's holding the dragon egg, the right, you'll see Kriston Cole with his goofy ass helmet on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, But I mean, hey,
Eh,
we called it though. We said the Gold Cloaks were gonna back Damon, and they backed him for sure. They were ready to fucking throw down. Okay,
mhm.
running out there. I love it.
Yeah. Aren't the Gold Cloaks supposed to be defending the city? King's Landing? Are they
Yep.
basically like
Damon,
City
they work for
Watch?
him.
Yeah, I know, that's just crazy
Damon
to
gave
me.
him
So
purpose.
like who's the City Watch now? Do they just bring in the army? Or is there just crime everywhere?
Well, wasn't that what they were talking about? Having or no, Chris Stone Cole is part of the King's Guard. Because he was the only one with combat experience, which I found really funny.
Yeah.
They have all these honorable knights, and she goes, "Who here's actually fucking fought before?" And it was just Chris
Of
Stone
course,
Cole,
only the Dornish.
which was pretty sick.
I also believe the where the what is it called? The try something down in the Stepstones. That's near Dorne too. So we may
Yeah.
actually see some more of Dorne when they actually go fight the Crab Man.
Yep. Crab Man. Crab
But
feeder.
what's it called? The Triarchy. Is that
Yeah.
what it's called? Yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
so. Yeah. Yeah. I'm super pumped to see they do the crab feeder. I mean, I don't know how much of a threat he's gonna be after Daemon goes down there with his fucking dragon and pulls a Daenerys and just nukes everything.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a very close fight.
Yeah. I mean, hey, maybe he's got like a mega crab.
As his own dragon.
Rides on the back of a giant mega crab. Yes, I would love that.
Mega crab. Right. Do you think Crab Rave plays when they come out and they're fighting?
Oh, definitely.
That's funny. But yeah,
Instant battle him.
but well, looking at his face and stuff from what we've seen, and you brought it up, it kind of looks like he has was it
Grayscale.
Grayscale? Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's
He
why
might
it's
not.
batshit
That might
insane.
just be exposure, but that is. I am seeing a lot of gray on
Mm-hmm.
his face and body. I mean, that picture may not be entirely clear, but like, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Like, one of the symptoms of grayscale I know is like insanity and rage.
Yeah,
So pretty perfect for someone who's just going to be raiding merchants.
yeah, and he's just nailing people to pieces of wood.
Hmm. Which
Uh,
is also pretty brutal.
yeah, he looked pretty fucking brutal.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to put this image up real quick too,
Yeah, go for it.
because you can see more of him, and a lot of his body is covered also in what looks like grayscale.
It also looks like he could have been burnt. Is what
Yeah,
that
that too.
definitely looks like grayscale.
Yeah, that's what had me sold that it was grayscale.
Yeah.
So we could see some grayscale already this early on in Game of Thrones. Because I don't think we really heard much about it until like the second season when Stannis' daughter was introduced.
Yep. Stannis Baratheon. Yeah, I think this dude's definitely got grayscale going on. And he may be full batshit insane. We'll just kind of have to see. Like, it may already be to his brain. Like, you know, when they saved Jorah Mormont from it, which was pretty cool.
It's also a cool mask too.
I love it. I love it that it's like fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds.
Well, it makes me wonder if where he stole it from almost.
It reminds me of the Sons of the Harpy.
That's what I was thinking
yeah,
too. I wonder if he's from the same city.
Yeah. Whoa, what city was that again?
Was it Marine? I think it was Marine. Mereen.
Yep. It was Marine.
Mm-hmm.
God, that'll be crazy. That would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, we already got that connection. That'd be quick.
So that talks about more of like the East.
And Essos.
Yeah, Essos. Oh man, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, we're already about to go to Essos too.
Yeah,
he's gonna go fight in the Stepstones. That's Essos.
Yeah, he is. Shit. All right, so we got a lot of build-up coming in play. Possibilities coming up for Daemon, going and getting them toes. Westeros, Essos, everywhere.
Getting all them toes.
Man, he's gonna get them crab claws. All right, is there anything else I want to say for episode 2?
I mean, I enjoyed it. There were definitely a few uncomfortable moments, but I'm pretty hyped.
Yeah, there's been an uncomfortable part in both episodes so far, so I think that's going to be a continuing trend. You know, and this episode, I believe, had a lot of build up for it. You know, I mean, you got to see the two dragons kind of flying, but you didn't get to see any sort of combat. So I think we're just gonna get a ton of build up,
Walker dragon gonna come in.
Yeah, White Walker dragon. Since they talked about the wall again, they talked about the wall again, which I was like,
oh yeah,
oh,
bring that up then too.
Yeah.
Why are they talking about the wall and the White Walkers so much? It's pretty obvious we're probably not going to be going out there at all because the White Walkers aren't going to be coming during this.
Yeah,
we don't know
unless
that,
there's
bro.
like the wildling invasion, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. It's more of a wildling. I'm not even thinking White Walker. I'm thinking more wildling.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Like, more giants.
Oh, dude, you know, you could be right. Like,
yes,
this is what kills all the giants.
The giants were pretty much extinct by the time. There's only 2 left, and they both die.
Yeah.
In Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, and there was, I know, Westeros has a history of massive wildling revolts at the wall. And there was even one with a guy called the Night's King. Very similar to the Night King. He was like a former Lord Commander of the Watch, I think, who went north and led a wildling invasion to take down the wall.
Kind of like Mance Raider.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, we can talk about that. That's a good possibility coming up. But anyway, guys, let us know what you guys think of House of the Dragon. We've enjoyed doing these Ajax cast. And if there's anything else you guys want us to talk about, we'd love to hear. Thanks for watching. Peace.